Good evening, everyone. My name is Tammy Ripley, and today I'm going to be talking to you about taking the pledge. Taking the pledge simply means that you promise not to text and drive. If you go to www.dosomething.now, that's a website where you can sign your name and you take the pledge and you promise not to do it. I think every state should have that, should be banned from texting and driving. But Texas, we simply, when the law of the seatbelt come along, we all fought against that. Nobody wanted to be made to buckle up. But we all know now that it's something that we do, and something that just saves our lives. And if we pass a law about texting and driving, the younger generation will just know that we don't do it. It'll be easier. 39 states have passed the law of no texting and banning. Texas is not one of them. And the reason being is Governor Rick Perry. Well, Governor Rick Perry vetoed that. And some of you may ask, well, why? Well, the reason, I quote, that Governor Rick Perry views it as a governmental effort to micromanage behavior of adults. Well, former House Speaker Tom Korzaki says in 2013, when the law meets together again, he will make it a law that in Texas it's against the law to text and drive. Well, let's look at it this way. There's a 19-year-old boy, and his name is Chance Bohe. I believe he's from San Antonio. Driving home, he was texting back and forth to one of his friends. His last text sent to his friend was, "I should stop texting and driving before I'm in a traffic accident and I kill myself. And then how would you feel?" About 30 seconds after sending that text, Chance Bohe went over a 30-foot bridge where he fractured his face, he punctured his lungs, and he broke his neck. He did survive the accident, but he did go through many reconstruction surgeries for his face. He did have to learn to walk all over again. And then there's a 52-year-old man in Katy, Texas, last year, who was driving and texting. When the trooper found this man, he found the phone between the man and the steering wheel cracked and smashed. The 52-year-old Katy man ran into the rear of an parked 18-wheeler. Parked. The 18-wheeler was parked, and the man who's driving down the road was looking down at his phone just for a few seconds to send a text. It ran into the 18-wheeler where he died on impact. And then there's a 15-year-old boy in Spring, Texas, who was walking home with his friend after school, when behind him a 23-year-old woman who was texting and driving in her car hit him. The last text on her phone was, "I'll be home for dinner." Well, not so for the 15-year-old boy. He was flown to Children's Hospital, where he later died from his car injuries. And all we do is we talk about it, And right now there is not a law. There's not a law that we can do anything about it yet. There is some small laws, like anyone under the age of 16 and under cannot drive and use any kind of electronic items. A school bus operator is not allowed to use a handheld phone while children are in her presence or his presence, and you cannot use a handheld device in a school zone. Well, that's simply not enough, and I hope that the law does pass soon that we're not allowed to text and drive. But you can do your help of it, your part of it. It's simply just go to dosomething.now.com and take the pledge to not text and drive. If it really, when you get into the car and you just hear that beep and you just have to pick up that phone and see who that text was from, turn your phone down, turn your phone off. It's simply not worth to text and to drive Just remember, texting and driving is not worth dying for, nor is it worth killing someone for.